RHOA star Porsha Williams reacts to Simon Guobadia's ICE detainment. Porsha Williams is doing press for season 16 of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, and not surprisingly, her divorce from Simon Guobadia is a major topic of conversation. News recently broke that Simon, a Nigerian native, was detained by U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE. Porsha reacted to the news during a recent interview, explaining that her estranged husband's current situation is having an impact on their divorce. The Bravo star revealed that they've done prior divorce proceedings online for the past year. However, Simon recently requested that their final court date be done in person. That was before he was detained, and now it seems things are at a standstill given his current situation. RHOA's Porsha Williams discusses Simon Guobadia's ICE detainment. The RHOA star was a guest on The Breakfast Club, and she was asked about her estranged husband's ICE detainment. Where is he physically and, what's happening right now? Asked host Lauren LaRosa. I only know as much as you guys know and as much as what's online, responded Porsha. As far as I know, they've been posting that he's still being detained. Porsha had no idea whether the Nigerian businessman was still in Georgia, but she told listeners that Simon's situation was affecting their divorce. I just know I'm trying to finish my divorce, and I can't do that if I don't have a person to divorce, shared the Gonaked hair founder. She revealed that a couple of weeks ago, Simon requested their last court date to be held in person. However, Porsha said she didn't want that option because she knew about his peculiar immigration situation and that it wouldn't benefit either of them to finalize things in person. The former couple's divorce is seemingly now in limbo until Simon is released. Meanwhile, Simon and Porsha's divorce drama is featured in season 16, so viewers will see how messy things have become since they called it quits. Here's what we know about Simon's detainment. People shared the news on February 21, when Porsha initially reacted to the news of Simon's arrest in a now-deleted post. The media outlet noted that according to U.S. Department of Homeland Security records, Simon was detained by U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement. At the time, he was being held at the Stewart Detention Center in Lumpkin, Georgia. Porsha filed for divorce from Simon in 2024 after 1 year of marriage, only weeks after they posted a PDA-filled photo on social media. The 43-year-old reality TV star has since deleted all photos and videos of her estranged husband from her online accounts. Porsha Williams had spent the morning in a blissful state of ignorance, sipping on her green juice and scrolling through her phone while sunlight poured into her Buckhead mansion. The world outside was chaotic, as always, but inside her home, everything was calm until her phone rang. It was a call she never expected, one that sent her heart racing before she even answered. The voice on the other end was frantic, barely able to get the words out. Porsha, it's Simon. He's been detained by ICE. Her breath hitched. What? What are you talking about? ICE picked him up this morning. Something about his immigration status. It's serious, Porsha. The words crashed over her like a tidal wave, leaving her momentarily speechless. The husband she had defended, loved, and stood by was now sitting in a detention center. How had this even happened? Hadn't Simon assured her everything was in order? Porsha shot up from her chair, pacing across the marble floors of her living room. The whole situation didn't make sense. Simon was a powerful man, one who had built an empire, who had assured her time and time again that his affairs were in order. He had always presented himself as unshakable, yet now he was in the custody of Immigration and Customs Enforcement. Her mind raced with questions. Had she missed the signs? Had there been warnings she had ignored? Porsha had always trusted her gut, but love had a way of making a person overlook the fine print. And now the fine print was staring her right in the face. She pulled out her phone and immediately dialed Simon's attorney. It rang once, twice, and then an exhausted voice answered. "Porsha, I was just about to call you. Tell me what's going on. Now." The attorney sighed. "It's complicated. There are inconsistencies in Simon's immigration paperwork. ICE has been investigating him for a while." "Inconsistencies," she repeated, disbelief thick in her voice. "You're telling me the man I married didn't have everything squared away?" "We're still looking into it. But Porsha, this isn't a simple fix. If ICE is detaining him, they believe they have a case." Porsha's fingers tightened around her phone. "So what's the plan? How do we get him out?" "We're working on it, but you should prepare for a long battle." A long battle. Those words echoed in her head long after the call ended. She wasn't new to battles. She had been through divorce, scandal, and reality TV reunions that felt like war zones. But this was different. This wasn't a bad headline or a messy social media spat. This was real, life-changing, and terrifying. She scrolled through her phone, already seeing news articles popping up. Reo's Porsha Williams' husband, Simon Guobadia, detained by ICE. Facing possible deportation. The blogs were having a field day, each headline more dramatic than the last. The shade rooms were filled with speculation. People were already questioning everything: his businesses, his background, even their marriage. Porsha knew what was coming. The public would dissect every inch of their relationship, whisper about what she knew and what she didn't. They'd say she had married him too fast, that she had ignored the warning signs. They would call her a fool. She wasn't about to let that narrative take hold. With a deep breath, she opened Instagram Live. If there was one thing she had learned, it was that controlling the story was everything. "Hey y'all," she said, her voice steady despite the storm brewing inside her. "I know y'all have seen the news about Simon, and I just want to say, this is a tough time for our family. We are working with our legal team to get all the facts, and I ask that y'all respect our privacy as we navigate this situation. Love y'all." Short, sweet, unshaken. As soon as she ended the live, her phone buzzed with messages. Some were supportive, others were the usual messy gossip. One text, however, made her stomach drop. It was from an unknown number. The message was simple. "You didn't really know him, did you?" Her fingers hovered over the screen. Who would send something like that? And more importantly, were they right? For the first time since the call that morning, a sliver of doubt crept in. She had believed in Simon, trusted him. But now she had to ask herself the question that no wife ever wanted to face. Who was the man she had married?